Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Joel.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Tracy.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys. And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We're working on setting up the farm market right now. Wouldn't you believe it? Our electric pallet jack is having some issue, so we had to break out Old Faithful. I will say it does require a little bit of extra work, but it gets the job done, and that's what we need. Myself and the girls have been working on getting the farm market set up this morning. Dad is around back taking care of some things, and Matthew was out loading up straw. Last time they were here, they picked up 100 bales of straw, and today they got 141. So we're starting to move quite a bit of straw out of the barn, which is a good thing because if you remember, we really packed that thing full. I'm just doing a little bit of looking around this morning. It doesn't look like there's too much that needs to be filled up, which is always a good sign. Inside the farm market, we're basically all set and ready to go today. We got everything sanitized. There are a few things we need to pick up, but we're going to the wholesaler tomorrow. So for the time being, everything is looking relatively good. Apple season's coming. A lot of people are gonna be baking pies. So I wanna bring you guys into the cooler just to show you a few things that we have in here right now. Because our pepper crop has been basically all but eliminated. We haven't been able to harvest much, so we've been picking up peppers from the auction. Thankfully, everything's been local. If we can't grow it ourselves, we do our best to get local produce. With the cooler temperatures that we've received over the past few days, it would have slowed down the harvest nonetheless, but it's just all the disease that got into our peppers. It really put a damper on everything. So we were able to pick up some peppers that we needed. We got bell peppers, we got Italian L, we got some hot cherry, and we're able to find some poblano as well. Not only did we grab peppers, but apples have been a really big thing. As you get more into fall, apples just fly out of here. But just because we haven't been able to harvest some things doesn't mean we're not harvesting anything. Yesterday we were able to get some red beets picked. Right here, for example, we have 9 baskets of red beets that we were able to pick. This year's just gonna be a little different for us because we normally harvest peppers for so long, but the fact that we're finished with them already, it's kind of sad. We still will have plenty of stuff to pick for the rest of the year, but it's just one thing checked off. Now that we're all finished with working in the farm market, I'm making my way down around back. We need to get the animals taken care of this morning, but Daniel and Dad have been down there for quite some time, so I don't know what's left. Well, this is interesting. I just saw Joel carrying a calf, so I don't know what's going on. You just like carry calves around, or what's going on here?
Yeah, just go to the shopping mall, pick one up.
Good morning, little baby. How are you? It looks like Dad has actually been down here doing some cleaning up. This is greenhouse number 5, and we're turning it into the cafeteria. On first glance, obviously it does look different. All the pallets in the middle section have been picked up and stacked towards the back. Now we are gonna be keeping the wooden pallets in here, but that's for good reason. We'll just end up using those to build pens. Last year for calves, we had put everything in greenhouse number 6, but we noticed it got a little on the wetter side in here, which is something we didn't appreciate. So that's what encouraged us to move back to greenhouse number 5 for calves this year. We think that's gonna be a better decision. I believe the silage that we have in the wagon right now is actually from some sweet corn that we just had previously harvested. I believe most of it is from the white corn, but there is some yellow and white in there as well. Not that it really matters. I think the cattle appreciate it all the same. I don't think there's much of a taste difference when it comes to the stocks. I will say the cattle are lined up and eating at the feeders, so if that tells you anything.
Something loose.
We have now got all the cattle fed and taken care of. The calves are taken care of, and now the chickens are all taken care of. So we're gonna be moving on to doing some picking here shortly, but for now, Dad is finishing off some jobs down around back. Daniel is helping Joel get hooked up to the chisel plow. All the silage ground that we have previously harvested, Joel is going over that with the chisel plow. And then we're gonna be coming through and putting in our winter wheat. So once Joel's all hooked up and ready to go, he's just gonna be plowing today. I'm making my way into the shop because we need to get ready to head out to the field and pick. We need a few bins because we're harvesting fall items, not only for the farm market, but for an order that we have coming up. Dad also took a quick detour and ran up to the house. We need to order parts for the disc, so he's grabbing the order book.
We need a couple bearings are going bad, and we have a couple flanges that we're replacing, and we want to replace this one shaft because I think it's wore pretty good. I'm afraid it's going to break while we're using it.
Have you ever had something break while you were using it before?
Not when I'm using it, but when Daniel or Joel is, yeah, then I have things break.
So you're telling me you never broke anything?
Yep, I don't break anything.
Yeah, 70 and a half basically. 71 and 3/4.
This is the hardest part about farming right here.
Looking at the books. 71 and 3/4.
SH21759.
Parts are now ordered and we can start pulling stuff out of the shop. So we have 2 bins right here, which is what we need. And then right here we have 3, 5 altogether, 4 for the fall items and 1 for sweet corn. That should be everything that we need to start picking. We just need Daniel to get back here. We don't know where he went. He was supposed to be helping Joel, but they should be done by now. Oh, there he is. He's just gonna grab the wagon for us. What a way to get started out in the fields. We got all different types of stuff that we're gonna be picking today. Lots of fall items. We're hoping everything's gonna look really nice. Before we can get started picking, we're just pulling everything off the wagons and we're gonna put all our bins together. That way, as Daniel goes back and forth from the wagon to the field, we don't have a lot of time between. This makes things much more efficient.
Pat, careful, there's a snake. Holy cow, it's a big snake.
You be careful, they're delicate. Are we picking?
Oh, I broke its head.
Yeah.
So we are not looking for just any one thing in particular. We are picking a mix of all different types of fall items. So whatever we can find to put in the bin, we're gonna put in there. And the best part is we can always sort everything out at home.
I saw a whole bunch of those out here at the other.
You'll notice pretty easily our method of picking that we're going with. Slowly working our way out through the field and making stacks of pumpkins and squash as we go. And rather than having 1 person in the tractor and 3 people picking, we now have 4 people picking. We just hit a really fun part of the field. We're running into our lunch ladies. Now, lunch ladies are definitely an interesting type of gourd. This one, for example, got some really nice size to it. And when people find out that the name is lunch lady, they just like buy it without hesitation. They just think it's so awesome. Look at this thing. That is
get like a slimy texture.
funky. Gorgeous. We've now got a good selection of stuff harvested, so we feel like it's a good time to get it all picked up. We are looking for 2 bins that are mostly just pumpkins. So if we can get all of the specialty stuff into 2 bins and then the rest pumpkins, we're gonna be happy about that. Oh, that's a big snake. It's not every day you find snakes in your field, but today is one of those days. How do you feel about that snake? There's another snake in there, Daniel. Be careful it don't bite you.
I'm not scared. but it's broken.
Now that is a beautiful bin topped off with a few snakes. We've now got the 2 bins of specialty Hubbards and squashes picked. Now we're moving on to getting some pumpkins.
Hey, Dad!
That's a big old pumpkin.
That's a big old pumpkin.
Do you think they want to come pick pumpkins? I know they're being real loud right now. Where are you going? We're picking pumpkins. Come on. We're thinking that we have a second bin line out here. And these pumpkins are a little on the larger side. What do you think of these pumpkins, Dad? Are they big enough for you?
Beautiful.
Now that is a beautiful looking bin. This is what we got on the wagon.
Well, no,
Oh yeah. I think that was a successful morning of picking right there. Looks good. I don't know, Matt, what do you think? Should we grab Joel or leave him out here?
Well, he has been on vacation, so.
Let's go! Let's go! It's lunchtime! We got a little sidetracked on the way home. There was a red-tailed hawk diving and we were curious if it got anything. It looks like we got some nachos, tuna fish sandwiches, and a little bit of leftovers.
It's now after lunch and lunch was so good. But now that we're done with lunch, we gotta get back to work. Well, we're going out. We're gonna pick some corn, fill the bin. We have some chainsaws and we have some twine. Then we're gonna take the chainsaws and twine and cut down some corn stalks. I know, it's exciting. Woo! So you can see there, while we were picking corn, Joel was busy chisel plowing this field, and I think he could be a professional chisel plower because this looks pretty good to me.
Tell them what we're doing.
I'm behind the camera.
Tell them we're cutting corn stalks.
You take the ear off there, Pete. What were you saying?
Camera's still running. Okay.
So are these knocked over by the deer, you think, or?
I don't know, probably.
Gavin is pretending to have something to do so he does not have to go with us. He is sneaking in the back door. He's probably looking for a snack. There is one of the hardest working young men in the area. He's got a white mark on his belly and his belly's getting bigger. What is going on here?
Taking lessons from you.
Okay, we're back out in the field here. We got an order for broccoli, so we're gonna get working at that. We need 8 half bushels. I think Matthew took my knife and he thinks he's gonna cut the broccoli, but I have bad news for him. He's not cutting the broccoli, I am.
All right, Dad and I are out here in the broccoli field. We got a pretty big order come in for 8 baskets of broccoli. So Dad and I are gonna pick through the field and see what we can get done. You think we'll find it, Dad?
Yes.
I put the camera down and I forgot to pick it back up until we were done. Here we are, we're loading up our 8 baskets of broccoli that we found for the order.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We've been waiting for the cauliflower to get ripe. It's got some little tiny heads in it, so Dad's been checking it now to see if there's any that's ready. Because cauliflower, if you've ever raised it, you'll know that one day you walk out and it looks like there's nothing there, and then the next day you walk out and you got a giant head of cauliflower there.
Take me home, Matt. Nice little cauliflowers. So we have our broccoli harvest here. Matt's got there, over here, and we got everything filled up in here.
I am now back with you guys. It looks like the boys got a lot harvested. Once they got finished with the broccoli, they got everything moved in. The broccoli looked really nice. My favorite thing that they picked though was the cauliflower. Looks good. Now that the farm market is all closed up, we're gonna be all finished with work for the day. Matthew and Tracy, they're going to the fair. And I'm going home to get some dinner. Well, everyone, I am now home. Lauren has taken care of us tonight. We're having chicken carbonara. Let me tell you, this girl, ooh, I love it. But we're getting ready to sit down at the dinner table and eat, so you guys know what that means. This is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.